I see your hairline starting to recede. See that? I see how it's getting thin. You're gonna be a bald freak. You're gonna be like the young guy that looks so old because he's going bald. Pathetic, man. You better do something about that quick, because no one's gonna take you seriously in life. You're looking so bald, so young. I mean, that's really, you just look ugly. Like, not that you were a good-looking person to begin with, but as you're losing your hair, and you'll be bald pretty soon, you're gonna really be ugly. And think about this: who's gonna love you? Like, seriously, let's just face it. What person would be attracted to you looking like that? And it's getting worse every day. You bald freak. You better figure out something. You better find some way to put hair on that head. You're a freaking joke, man. Hi, I'm Nick Shell, and you weren't expecting that, but I am an actor, remember that. I'm an actor and a motivator, and that's why people subscribe to my channel. So let's just go ahead and put it out there. That voice that you just said, that character that I just played, you're thinking, okay, Nick, that was kind of over the top. That was pretty exaggerating, don't you think? Like, no one would actually say that or think that. No one's ever actually said that to me. That is such an exaggeration. Well, I'm going to beg to differ with you, because what I want to present to you today is that voice, that character, that exaggeration that I just presented to you. Who is it really? Have you figured it out yet? You're smart. Have you figured out who that is? It's you. It's your subconscious. It is. Don't argue with me. I'm your older brother. I know more than you. I've lived longer than you have. Even if I have more hair than you, I still know more than you do on this. And here's the deal. That voice was you. That's what you tell yourself every day, at least once a day, if not 2 or 3 times a day minimum, especially when you're looking in the mirror, especially after you get done working out and you look in the mirror and you look at your arms like, oh, but my hair. See, you allow that voice to say to you. And the funny thing about it is, if that were a real human being saying that to you on a daily basis throughout the day, imagine another guy about your size and age telling you that all day long. You wouldn't put up with it for very long. You'd punch the guy in the face eventually, is what you do. But here's the problem. That person is you. That person is your subconscious telling you that all day throughout the day, and you allow it. Not only do you allow it, but you pretty much agree with that person. It's a fact. Don't deny it. It's a fact. The reason I know that is because I know that these videos are popular for a reason. Okay? I know that if I make a video about anything else, it'll get about maybe 20% at best of the views of any hair video I do. People ask me to make videos other than hair, and I do, and then no one watches the video, just as I knew would happen. Because people are watching these videos, not because I'm great, because I'm not, but because I'm speaking truth about how much emphasis and importance we're placing on hair loss as if it actually mattered. That's why I needed to say out loud what your subconscious is saying to you on a daily basis, and the fact that you're willing to allow that to happen and believe it. In real life, you wouldn't let a person talk to you that way, but you'll take that from yourself all day long. See, that's another reason why I'm important in your life. I've talked about the proximity effect before. How you become the people that you surround yourself with. Well, and it's easy to think, well, yeah, okay, well, no one in my life is like putting me down and insulting me for my hair, Nick. So there, people don't actually do it, which kind of proves my point. People aren't actually doing this. This is a fear that we have in our heads, because females are always amazed to realize how much we worry about hair loss, even if we haven't even lost hair, right? But if we put all that emphasis on that, and we think so much about it. In reality, it's what we put on ourselves. So even if no one in your life is actually saying that, which I'm sure no one actually says this stuff to you on a regular basis other than yourself. But imagine that you're starting in the negative to begin with. Because forget about real people in the real world, right? You yourself are in the negative because you yourself, your subconscious, is saying these these things to you, these irrational, over-the-top, exaggerated things, like no one's going to love you, no one's going to find you attractive, you're going to be a joke, you're pathetic, all those things, you're starting in the negative because your subconscious is already saying that. So by default, and this is why I'm important in your life, is because you automatically need somebody to balance out that person. So let's say at best, every day you've got this battle going on inside of you, of this person, which is you, your subconscious, telling you that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy because you're losing your hair or you will lose your hair, okay? So already you've got that going on. The least you need, the least you can do is have somebody like me to counter that person who feeds you fear and anxiety, which again is your subconscious making you believe that you're not good enough or somehow life won't be as good without hair. So I want to close this video by separating fact from fiction. What is a fact? Fact about your hair is you're probably going to lose your hair, and you're going to probably lose your hair before you want to lose your hair. Now, I don't mean you're going to go completely bald. You may not. You may be like me, starting the balding process. I'm beyond a receding hairline at this point. I'm begun the balding process. So I don't care how old you are, when it ever happens, but based on what we see on American men, especially Caucasian men, which I mostly am, the likelihood is, the fact is, at some point in our life, we're probably going to lose a good amount of our hair. Even if you're not completely bald, you may go half bald or quarter bald, whatever it is, there's a good chance that's your reality. That's a fact. That's something that we can't deny, and I'm not going to sugarcoat, I never would. But the fiction we marry with that fact. The fiction is that you're not worthy because of that fact, that you're not good enough of a person because of that fact. And we allow ourselves to believe it every day from our subconscious. I'm here to put that on the stage with a spotlight and say, this is happening, let's deal with it. Okay? That's why I'm here. That's why I do these videos. To remind you, to counter that negative one you get every day with a positive one, and that's me, to remind you of those things. All right? So remind yourself, make yourself aware that voice is telling you those things. Remember at the beginning of this video how over the top and like sinister and like just stupid that person sounded, that you wouldn't put up with them in real life? And you knew how the opposite of that that is of me to ever say that? Imagine that is you. You are your worst enemy. And I, by default, have to be your best friend to counter your worst enemy. Right? I mean, I get it. I'm ultimately an imaginary person. You're not going to meet me in real life. That's the truth of it. You're not going to meet me in real life. I'm an imaginary friend. But I guess I'm just as real as that voice in your head that tells you the negative stuff. I'm Nick Shell, and I'm here to help.